has changed in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance?
He uncorks one deep. He is lucky to get that one back. And the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the...
He's got it along the sideline. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yep, it's not about the X's and the...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Aggies will hustle to the line. To the ground, he's got him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Wants to throw on first down. Buying some time. Makes the grab. Here comes the offense on second down. A hand to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
made their first statement, the first drive. Fourth down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the tailback. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. Pick up! And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception of the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go. They're back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. LSU right back to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure.
trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he's got a lot of confidence.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Running behind that left side. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. Offense crashing it in on that drive. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Michigan is just getting blown off the field right now. We've been watching big games in the Big House forever, and I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 14 to Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Hauls it in. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bobbles him up. The Aggies racing to the line in a hurry up. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. After the run, now to throw. Wide open downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5.
Man, on defense, they got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Finds a man on the left. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have enough.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And he's got it inside the 20.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They'll try the run. Into the end zone. And he launches it for the score. Touchdown, LSU! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, that's a nice number.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Boy, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of it.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Yeah. Oh, trickeration. He wants to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash.
And when you're faking punts, it's obviously a lot easier to execute in practice against a scout team when you get the exact look you want. But doing it against a starting return team or defense is a little bit more difficult. They're unable to come up with the completion. Now the offense is set up in great field position.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They'll leave it with the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Here's the give off the left side. Got enough space. Touchdown by the Bengals. And they add 6 more minutes for the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Working that left side now. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Miles. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Aggies want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Miles. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Quick screen to the speedster outline. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Keep it in the air. Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's fourth down.
When you see them there taking a shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop.
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll start the return inside the spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He turns it loose to the left.
saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Fires left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing on the run. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Trying to power it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great job on the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. Early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Snap in the shotgun. Under fire. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big and they take over.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
On the run, it's Avant. Moving past the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back is the final goal, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try the counter. Running to Green. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And the Tigers heading quickly to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And finds a soft spot. Across the 40, now down to 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you've got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Off the play fake on first down, lost the throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He might want another play. Sends it back in motion. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Hanging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The give to the single back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's third and forever. He tried to get his team the first down, not enough. Let's see what they do on fourth.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that fourth down stop kept them from getting anything on the... Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive quarterback. first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his tight end. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up the fourth down. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution. Critical down.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Back in the old days when they used to kick it back and forth just to play defense, is that what we're doing here? Oh, what a throw! Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Oh, he got loose. At the 35, he's got room. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game,
Breaks into the open. And they get him
strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, out of space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Moves away as he feels pressure. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it up. It's foul. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, back up close to their own end zone. Looking for space. It's foul.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole play.
Hand off to the lone back. Got enough for the first. 35 is open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. LSU quick to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll go right back to the run. Open space at the 25. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to the ground. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's foul.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
are testing the right side here. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains.
Here we go. Hey, hustle, hustle.
He wants to change this route. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
To the air on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up what he can and then slides. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slot.
He's going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football and go make a play and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Unleashes one. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Gives it on the option. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right and then make a big play for this defense.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. There we go. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate each of these.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big 10 action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by 11 over Illinois. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. After throwing the big on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Gonna let it fly. Intercepted deep in his own end. Bringing it back. Stop just across midfield.
literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's a bottom. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Physical run, get down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Looking for the end zone. And they add 6 more before that trip to the house. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Going right to work up top. Fires it. Pass is incomplete, and we dribble down to 7 seconds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's a throw downfield late. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Taking it the other way. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. They get the win. They're now bowl eligible. We have a 0 in the loss column. There are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're